Hello and welcome, Omen Storm here. We are back with more Harvestella. We are in the epilogue now, and I'm actually quite excited for that. I don't really know what all to be expecting. We still have more stuff to do. We have Arya's story to finish. We have that one last quest in left to finish, and I I don't know how long this video is going to be. I want it to be a longer video. I also honestly want to finish Harvestella, but I also don't want to finish it. There's so much that I'm excited for with this now that we're out. Well, now that we've technically finished the final story, or not the final story, but the story of the main game, I guess. Or would you include that blog in that? I don't know. I'm just excited right now. Oh, Omen, you're here. I think that's everyone then. Oh, and what are we all gathering here for? Okay, so what's this clue to quietness you think you might have found? While we do not know if it will be useful, there may be information in Geist's chamber that we can use. Geist's chamber, you say? When you say Geist, you mean the one who tried to destroy the world? That Geist? The one and the same. Why on earth would he, of all beings, have any clue about how to end quietus? He was the one who proposed the Heaven's Shell, correct? Ah, no, I do not mean Geist's new persona. Geist's former persona? Affirmative. His former persona. That makes sense. It must be something that version of Geist knows. He gave us the coordinates to Lost Gaia, after all. Originally, Geist was part of a cloud whose goal was to quell quietus. I was also a member. But one day, Geist disconnected from the collective and began concealing information. And you think there may be something we can use in the information he squirreled away? Then why didn't we start looking here from the beginning? If it were that easy, then we would have, obviously. But the room's sealed tight with a strict lock mechanism. We've never been able to open it. But this morning, some of the locks dropped off, probably an effect of the proto-falling. Anyway, we should be able to open it now. So we can finally enter. Nivalis, you have our thanks. Just doing what I should. Let's get in there and start looking around. I'm definitely curious what's in the private room of an Omen. Well, Seth. This is definitely not what I was expecting, if I'm going to be honest. We've got 6 of those little consoles, it looks like. So this is where Geist once called home. Welcome. What are you, an enemy? No, I harbor no malice nor any desire to harm you. Then what are you? I am a miniature support device, created by Geist's former persona, Geist Mark II. Geist Mark II? Correct. However, I am merely a program made to ensure the work he left behind is accomplished. Think of me as a last will and testament. That's an interesting idea. So what work did Geist leave behind exactly? Surely you know already. The eradication of quietus. The locks on the door here were programmed to open in the event that you rejected the Heaven's Shell. Ah, so that's why. Wait, can we slow down a second? You mean to say the past Geist even knew about the Heaven's Shell? That is correct. Geist predicted that the project would be carried out by his restored persona. The scientist girl here, Arya, her presence could have been the final piece needed. At any rate, you rejected the Heaven Shell and have earned your right to enter this room. I see. So, Mark II, how much do you know about Quietus? Good question. Let us go over what we know. Quietus is a phenomena that disperses Gaia dust into the atmosphere at the turning point of the seasons. The origin of the Gaia dust is, as you have already surmised, the seaslight themselves. That's right. The seaslight are clones of the astrum cell found within the Red Queen. So it's natural to consider the seaslight as the origin, much in the same way that the Red Queen was. And anything caught up by the seaslight turns strange. Naturally, we Seth were able to accumulate regular research into the seaslight. I believe Dianthus will know a lot about that. Correct. However, none of our research was able to detect an anomaly. That's right. Even during Quietus, the seaslight were normal, at least via the system we had built. As a matter of fact, we have still not found a reason for their peculiar glow during Quietus. But didn't you make the seaslight? As much as I hate to admit it. That is correct. They were originally devices for planting astrum cell clones. But as we do not know everything about the astrum cells, facets of the seaslight operation are still a mystery to us. Exactly. At any rate, not being able to find any anomaly is quite ludicrous. I'm yawning. I'm actually starting to do this a little after waking up, so there may be yawns here and there. I apologize if that ends up being the case, but at any rate, not being able to find any anomalies is what brought the Seth's research into Quietus to a halt. But not for Geist. What did you say? What follows is concealed information that even Dianthus does not know. Geist discovered a phenomenon where the astrum cell would act as though naturalized when on lost Gaia. Naturalized? Correct. Put it simply, it gradually displayed the power to revert this planet, re-Gaia, into the lost Gaia it was before. The transformation was small at first, but substances from lost Gaia began to appear on re-Gaia. They accompanied any energization of the seaslight and seemed to have some correlation with Quietus. Hold on a moment. So like, with the Heaven's Egg? Not just the Heaven's Egg. Several other structures appeared. There's the Philosophical Flame and Automata too. That is correct. They too are part of this naturalization phenomenon. Geist called it the planetary nightmare. Planetary nightmare? And so for the sake of the investigation, he decided to further energize the seaslight. Correct. But Geist did not know the astrum cell would cause substances from lost Gaia to appear. The astrum cell implanted by the seaslight may be a clone, but it is not of lost Gaia. They have no physical relationship. That is true. That is what brought Geist's investigation to a standstill. However, he was able to develop a hypothesis. What if the astrum cell was linked to a non-physical space? Something shared, akin to a planet's memory. A non-physical space, but that... It was the only way to explain the phenomenon that was occurring. Let's call it planetary storage. There must be a place where the memories of the planet are kept. And the astrum cells have a connection that passes through that non-physical space. Surely the cause of the Quietus is hidden somewhere in there. If that were the case, then it would be impossible for the Seth to analyze, given their physical circuitry. Geist had come to terms with that fact. And so he began to break down and commit violence, you mean? He began to obsess over human evolution because he could feel his own artificial limitations. But if such truth flowed into the collective consciousness, It would pollute the logic centers of the Seth. And so he severed his link. Correct. He concealed his research reports until such a time that you'd be able to reach them. The planet's memory center. Finding it all a bit hard to believe. I can't say for sure. What happens as a phenomenon can one day be made clear by humans. It's what I pride myself on as a scientist. This time, I'm not so sure. What do you think? I think it makes sense to me. You too, However, none of us were able to detect or control the Protoss fall. Given we do not understand everything about the Seaslight, how can we say anything is impossible? It is merely a hypothesis after all. It does not need to be believed yet. But if you want to search the planet's memory center, then I can give you access to Geist's energization program. The program should stir a reaction from the Seaslight, correct? You'll need it if that's what it takes to operate the door to the planet's memory center. Then I'll share the program with you, Dianthus. We received Geist's program. Geist was unable to learn the secrets behind the Quietus. There's no way to confirm that you will be able to either. Omen, in that final moment, the Geist you defeated waged his entire being on the future you would choose. The chances of you refusing, a logical end, the Heaven's Shell, were predicted to be extremely low. That is why Geist wagered on that future. And you came here, fighting against logic, to do something extraordinary. But that logical irrationality is what makes humanity what it is. I feel like that was a very backhanded compliment. Either that or a very indirect insult. I'm not sure which one at the moment. The unique ability to dream, to expand the realm of possibility, is the duty of an intelligent life form. So please, retain your humanity until the very end. This is the final will of Geist's former persona. It has opened a path for us. You're going to use that program, right? Geist left it for us. It feels like such a dangerous thing to use. Well, he was trying to shatter the planet. I don't think that should be a worry. The program he used for that was the Optosis program. Although, it could still be risky. In what way? If we energize the Seaslight, then we might end up causing Quietus early. Isn't that right, Dianthus? I would say so. While it was short, Quietus did occur when Geist energized the Seaslight. Oh no. I see. We do not want to be too quick to rouse them then, do we? Isn't there anything we can do about it? Not unless there's some way we can stop the dispersal of Gaia dust. Couldn't the fairies make a barrier? No, there's no way we could ask them to create one large enough. They'd die from exhaustion. A barrier isn't a bad idea, though. Heaven's Shell. I see what you're saying. Is there a portion of the Heaven's Shell we could borrow? There must be. We could temporarily cover the continent with a Quietus barrier, then we could use that chance to... You know what? It's not impossible. An interesting idea. We should speak to Geist immediately. He must be at the unoccupied throne now. I'm kinda curious more. Oh, I can't actually go and specifically interact with any of these. But one thing that I am kind of curious about is just when we'll get access to the other room that we haven't had access to. The one that was past all the little miniature seas light. Because I really suspect that that room is going to unlock once we go and revisit all of the different seas light. I'm kind of questioning if that room is a way to basically make the endgame hard mode equivalent for all the dungeons. Seat of the Harbinger. And oh, this just reminds me that I need to go see if I can upgrade my weapon. As if it really is a case where we can go and make things more difficult for myself, I probably want a stronger weapon if I don't want to be dying a whole bunch. I feel over-leveled right now, but that is... It just occurred to me that the unoccupied throne is the empty royal chamber in the Castle of Illusion, and not someplace in the orbital cradle. In my defense, the orbital cradle is where we last saw Geist. Oh. Think about things. I don't have... I'll have that, and I still do not know the code for the one door. I was really tempted to go look it up, but I ended up never going and doing that, so yeah. I did want to, though. I really did want to, but it just didn't feel right to go and look it up in the end. It felt like that would end up being a shortcut that I didn't want to take. I would have rather kind of spent a bit more time searching about. I am now realizing, though, I don't remember exactly where the unoccupied throne is in this place. And while running through all the floors is an option, I would kind of like to maybe find it quickly with a teleporter. So, Seat of the Divine Gift. That sounds like it should be... Okay, there we go. I can see it marked on the map. Oh, there's just a location named Throne. That's probably where I need to go. The place named Throne is a pretty good indication where I might need to go, I guess. Lynn, how's your plan to end Quietus going? We have an idea. You do you? That was faster than I expected. Which is why we are here, Geist. We want your help. So what do you need from me now? I want to use the Quietus barrier system you were going to use for your Paradise project. What? Here I thought you had no interest in the Heaven Shell. Changed your minds, have you? This isn't about the Paradise project. What do you mean by that? You explained the situation to Geist. Oh, you want to use the Quietus barrier so you can energize the Sea's Light. Very interesting proposal. I won't refuse to help you, although there is one problem. Don't tell me. It'll wither away the area outside of the barrier. No, even for a short time that shouldn't be an issue. The problem is energy. An entire continent is far larger than the Heaven Shell was intended to cover. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it will require an exterior energy source to work. An exterior energy source. Could we not use the residual energy from the Proto? Ah, now there's an idea. Protosesite might have enough energy reserve. You may be right. If you divert the residual energy from the fallen proto to the Castle of Illusion... Well, that's the ticket. Seems like we're already well on our way. If memory serves, the proto fell into the Northern Sea. We should rally the airship post-haste. Part of me feels like Hein just wants to get an excuse to fly the airship again. But I can't blame I can't blame Hein for that. I'd want to go and fly the airship as well. But I'm still trying to think about where the heck I'm supposed to go and find the freaking stupid code for that door. Where even would I find the code for that? It annoys me because I feel like I should have seen the code somewheres and I just simply missed it, which ends up making me feel like a bit of a fool. So, Protosesite, we're not going to go and do that just yet. And I have a bunch of chili plants. I think I might just go and throw them in the box to sell. I hope we can get that moon fruit soon because that sounds interesting. That's one of the few things I don't have yet. I don't have anything out here that I need to worry about harvesting. Well, I'm going to keep the high quality ones, but we're going to sell the normal ones. And I just realized that I have not been paying attention to the feed for these guys. Luckily, it looks like it was only a day since I last fed them, so that's good. So let's go to Leth real quick and see if we can find the person who wants us to do a quest for them. I'm also going to stop in and... Okay, I don't see a marker anywhere just yet, but I'm also going to stop in at the blacksmith and see if I can upgrade my weapon yet. I want to upgrade the protagonist weapon before I go and upgrade the party weapons. So, let's see, am I lucky? No, I'm still one Orichalcum short.
Cheers.
Dear goodness, how is it that I'm still one Orichalcum short? Oh well. Now that I think about it, there was a whole lot of different little nodes that I never actually activated inside the orbital cradle, and any one of those could have potentially gone and been what I needed to activate. So I think I'm actually going to go and spend at least a little bit of time running around and just backtracking through places and interacting with those and hoping that maybe I find the code. I think there might have also been one or two places along the way that I had not activated, but I'm not 100% certain about that, unfortunately. Oh no, I don't want to actually be there. I've had enough of that teleportation room. Especially since I don't remember the pathway to get through there. Oh, that's right. That just links me to the other side. I was confused. Oh, that place over there. That would be where they would hide the code. I was gonna go and hide the code somewhere. And I came here without a party. That's a major problem. Oh, I'm gonna get knocked down. Oh, that's not getting knocked down, but that's... Oh no, I'm stunned. Don't you guys dare put me in like just a loop of getting beat up, because that will be BS. Take care of both of them? Okay, I did not realize... Ooh, got the Orichalcum I need. I did not realize that we didn't have a party with us until I started that fight. The fact that we didn't have a party should have been something that I really should have expected. And the fact that I didn't expect it is a embarrassment on my part. I do still really wish that we could change Arya's outfit so that it was the... so that was... Oh, it won't let me take a break right now. Oops, no, I don't want to overwrite that. But I do really wish that we could change the outfit so that was her Harbinger outfit, because that outfit looks so awesome. And I'm still sad that we didn't get to, like, just keep it as an alternate option. We got the Orichalcum I want, so I'll go upgrade the weapon and then we will go and see about,
I hope you bring back souvenirs.
you know... I'm actually seeing that I'm disconnecting a whole bunch, so I might need to go and actually like not stream today and try and figure out why the heck my internet is being so bad.
Cheers.
We have the protoseas like that we need to do. We don't need to level the farm up anymore. We don't exactly know. Sorry, right now I'm just trying to think about what all we need to go and do. So we have the protoseas like we need to do. We have the Caranoid, which we'll need to go and do. Wow, that was worth a lot of money. But we have the Caranoid that we will need to go and work on when Quietus next rolls around. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do. Oh. Homework I forgot to do. Do you mind if we talk? I'd like you to come to my room at the Northern Village Square. Although it feels awkward to ask. Funny considering we used to live together before. I suppose living apart has created something of an emotional distance. Anyway, I'll be waiting for you at my place. See you there. I'll be perfectly honest. As I was trying to go up the list of stuff that we still need to do, I had forgotten that we also need to complete Arya's storyline. I was thinking about that. What is this like right now? Tetragravitation or graviton. That sounds amazing. Create a black hole. What the? That sounds like it should be part of Lunamancy, not the Salt Savant. The Salt Savant, I was expecting something more like what Arya does, not, oh yeah, just create a black hole. Freaking. This is one of those moments where it's like, this is what happens when you use science instead of magic. Magic users like, no, don't do that. That's just going to destroy a bunch of stuff. And the scientist is like, we should do this. It's going to destroy a bunch of stuff. Oh. This is actually the first time I'm going exploring here, I think. My goodness, the little cat plushie is so cute. And I'm not at all surprised by the fact that there's just books scattered all over the place. Should I be questioning the little displays up there? Omen, you finally made it. I don't have news to share with you or anything, but I'd like to talk something through with you if you wouldn't mind. Sure, go ahead. Thanks. I thought talking things through with someone would be the easiest way to organize my thoughts. I had to look through this data to try and work out something that's been bugging me. Take a look at this monitor. There are rows upon rows of numbers. These are my vitals from the 2,000 years I spent sleeping in the orbital cradle. I was researching the Red Queen 2,000 years ago when I lost consciousness. Then, before I knew it, I was in Regaia. Now the part I was curious about was what happened to me in between. I checked the pod, and I think I may have figured it out. It seems like I was put into a state of hibernation in the orbital cradle, as Guy said. So you were sleeping too? Something like that. But there was one difference. According to the data, I had completely lost all consciousness. My brainwaves stayed totally silent throughout. Is that not supposed to happen? No, that's not a good sign. Hibernation I was put into is similar to a long period of sleep that animals go through in the winter. But even during hibernation, their brains stay minimally active to maintain basic survival functions. So, isn't it a bit alarming that my brain just shut down altogether? I would be clinically dead. Or I should be clinically dead. In that case, who am I standing here right now? Well, that turned paranormal real quick. You're finding this all very funny, aren't you? To be honest, so many strange things have happened since I came to Regaia. I don't know what to believe anymore. But I must get to the bottom of this. If I don't, I'll always have this uncertainty at the back of my mind, making it hard to move on with my life. So I want to find myself. I need to know who I am now. The only issue is I have nothing to go by. Even me being a ghost is a feasible explanation at this point. Or I might have had a near-death experience where I came back after losing consciousness for a while. This is leaning into the realm of the supernatural now, though. But I think this can only be put down to something that can't be proven with science, like the soul. I'd be laughed out of the science field for proposing such a hypothesis. Just goes to show how much of a mystery it is that I still exist. Going by this data, I mean. Are you sure the... Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to click. Oh well. I guess we're going with the broken machine route. I almost wish it was. Sadly, there's nothing wrong with the machine. The data is correct. Hey, Omen. You know, I have one hypothesis that might be viable. It's to do with the near-death experience idea. Too scared to find out if it's true, though. Do you remember when Guy's personality completely changed? He became nice all of a sudden. Yeah, I remember. He was totally unrecognizable. They deleted his old personality and installed a new one into his body. Basically gave Geist a personality transplant. So if you apply that concept to my situation, it could explain the gap in my consciousness. Maybe the person standing in front of you now is not the original Arya Leventhal from 2,000 years ago, but just a personality modeled after her that was transplanted into a new, empty body. I'd rather not believe that, but it's the most convincing theory I've been able to come up with so far. I'd be scared to find that out too. I'm hoping I'll be proven wrong. It's true that I still have Arya Leventhal's memories, but if I only got them because they were transferred to me, then that means the real me doesn't exist anymore. I'm just a fake, believing I'm Arya Leventhal. If that turned out to be true, I don't think I could go on living as normal. That's a heavy subject that I wasn't expecting to be thrown at us this time around. Need some more time to think about this. The only way to find out is to go and ask the omens in the Castle of Illusion, once I pluck up the courage. When I do, I'll need you to come with me, so be ready when I call you, okay? Alright. You're so very cooperative. Anyway, that's all for today. I'll write to you again soon, so please wait for my letter. The door into summer. That's a interesting name for this quest. But I as much as I don't want to say I think Arya has the right idea, I think that's where we should call it for now, because I really am just like looking over at the at the YouTube studio, and I just keep seeing that I keep disconnecting or having issues. So my computer's been having some problems the last few days, so it might have something to do with that, or there just might be some internet issues today. But since I really do want to keep going and doing more, I think I will go ahead and call it to an end here. Instead of doing a longer episode like I want to, it ended up being a shorter episode, but we'll go ahead and call it here. I will try and find some more, well, I'll go through the orbital cradle and see if I can't find that code. Hopefully it has something to do with the orbital cradle. Maybe it has something to do with Arya's quest. Maybe it has something to do with stuff past that. Maybe I'll just spend however long it takes to brute force the code. But thank you so very much for tuning into this shorter episode today. We got a little bit done, so hopefully you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like on the video. If you enjoy the content I make, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a wonderful day or night depending on when you're watching this, and I hope to see you again in a future stream. And hopefully the next Harvestella stream I will have things set up in order to actually have a longer stream. Once again, thank you so very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful